Hi, everyone. Thank you for taking the time to join the Google Cloud and Cloudreach Security Summit event. Today, we're going to be speaking about delivering value through best-in-class security solutions. My name is Brittany Worthy, and I'm the Global Partner Manager here at Cloudreach, based in New York City. I've been here for 2 years. I also have alongside me Ahmed Ali Zafar, and I will let him quickly introduce himself, and we will be going through a series of questions today, and he will be answering those specific to security. So Ahmed.
Yeah, hello everyone. My name is Ahmed. I'm a multi-CSP cloud architect here at Cloudreach, and I specialize in security, specifically Google Cloud security. So, Brittany, happy to be here.
We're excited to have you. And for those who may not be familiar with Cloudreach, we are a cloud native company. We've been around since 2009. We now have over 600 employees across 7 countries, and we help our clients tackle the hardest challenges throughout their cloud transformation, whether that be in cloud strategy and adoption, cloud management, application innovation, or data insights. And when it comes to our Google Cloud relationship, we have been a premier partner since 2010, authorized reseller, MSP, and we hold specializations in cloud migration, infrastructure, data analytics, security, of course. And we were the security partner of the year for 3 years in a row and running. So that's a proud testament for us, and we continue to grow our security practice and support within Cloudreach, which is what we're going to be discussing today. We were recently acquired by Atos Maven Wave, so we've combined our offerings and services. We're excited to grow together under one cloud and excited to see where all we can start to expand within security together. So the first question I'm going to ask Ahmed is, what is the current state of security and where does Google Cloud stand compared to the other CSPs? So for anyone watching, we are multi-cloud. So we work with Azure, we also work with AWS, and Ahmed does cover mostly GCP, but he covers across all 3. So I wanted to get his insight on how Google is comparing against the others.
This is a very interesting question, Brittany. So, cloud security is a continuously evolving sector of the public cloud, and it is beginning to become a cornerstone of the cloud journey for many organizations. So as the post-pandemic world is coming into focus, we see that there has been a massive increase in the cloud adoption and cloud spend. So about 53% of SMBs currently with a CSP have increased their cloud spend budget by 38% since last year. And now there are many highlights as to where this spend is being utilized, but the biggest change that we see is that third-party tooling seems to be losing ground to the native CSP offerings, and especially when it comes to security. So when it comes to security, GCP is actually faring quite well with the other CSPs because Google Cloud Platform provides an impressive suite of native security toolings and offerings that any organization can benefit from. So it is very exciting time.
Yes, it is. I mean, we've seen it grow a lot. I know that, for years, you always think of data when it comes to Google, but security seems to be ramping up heavily as they have the Security Command Center and they just acquired Chronicle. So there's a lot of tooling that we can combine forces with and really grow this out, which is very exciting.
Absolutely.
And what are the key services? I know I just mentioned a couple of them, but what are some of the Google Cloud offers that paramount importance to the security function of any organization?
So Google Cloud Platform provides you a wide array of built-in security services. So as you are aware, securing the cloud is difficult since the traditional security solutions might be ineffective or might not be deployable directly into the cloud. So what Google does is it divides or categorizes its offering into 3 categories. These categories being user protection, identity and access management, and security in general. So I will not go into the full detail of all these services, but some of the key services within each category would be for IAM itself, Beyond Core Enterprise, which allows you to have your scalable zero trust platform with integrated threat and data protection. You have Certificate Authority Service, which simplifies the deployment and management of private CAs. You have Cloud Identity, which allows you to have a unified platform to manage users, devices, and apps. You also have Identity Aware Proxy and Identity Platform, which combined together provide you an identity and access management solution, which is actually Google grade. Then have Policy Intelligence and Resource Manager. So these are some of the services for just identity and access management itself. When it comes to general security, as you already highlighted, the Security Command Center is the platform which Google offers for defending your organization against threats, and it is a very powerful tool. You have then other services like access transparency and assured workloads, which allow you the visibility and compliance and security controls for your sensitive workloads, along with binary authorization, asset inventory, and cloud data loss prevention, which are essentially deploying trusted containers on the Kubernetes engines, allowing you to monitor and analyze Google Cloud and Atos assets across projects, and allowing you to inspect sensitive data, classify it, and redact it from your platform. So these are some of the very key services for security itself. And then finally, to cap it off, they have user protection services like reCAPTCHA Enterprise, which helps protect your online presence from fraudulent activity, spam, and abuse, and Web Risk, which allows you to detect malicious URLs within your web and applications. These are some of the very key offerings that any organization can benefit from.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. That's great insight. And what's the best way to start a conversation with a customer or prospect around security? Like I was saying before, a lot of times we lead with migration or data when it comes to Google Cloud, but how can we open the doors with security and really tap into that?
Oh, this is a very interesting question. So essentially, historically, security has been done as an afterthought. And now in the cloud landscape, that needs not to be the case. Now, if you're approaching a customer for a prospective project around security, first you need to comprehend the breadth of the target technical estate to exactly figure out what is it that you're going to secure before you jump onto the how. Once you have established the scope, then you need to bring in all the relevant SMEs. So your CISOs, your security officers, they all need to join together, and you need to cover all the requirements of the organization. Now, in covering that security requirements, you have to consider governance and compliance requirements. If there are any for the organization, that needs to be covered there. And finally, you need to refine the approach. So you first understand the existing approach of the client and how they are approaching to security. And like I said, if they need changing, you help them make that transition. And that you do by offering our Cloudreach security assessments and Cloudreach security offerings.
Exactly. Yes. So we have a series of workshops that we can offer here at Cloudreach. So being the security partner of the year for 3 years in a row, we've built out security playbooks. We're working with Google PSO to build out some frameworks, as well as the solutions teams within security at Google Cloud. So there's a lot of exciting stuff that we're working on. And I think the workshops are a great gateway. So if you have any customer that you're thinking about and want to get in touch with us, definitely let us know. And we're here to help. How does Cloudreach assist Google Cloud customers in their cloud security journey to date? How would you say?
So yeah, like you mentioned already, we start with our security workshops and our security assessments. As you mentioned, we have a wide range of security offerings and templates that we have built over the years, working on security projects with various clients. So, and if I have to jot it down in an order, the first and foremost would be the security assessment itself, which is a fundamental deep dive into this client security needs. Now we use the three-pronged top-down security approach. to assess any organization, and this has proven to be functional in all different kinds of organizations. So it's quite agnostic to industry itself. Obviously, then we bring in industry-specific requirements that we need. We can also assess the existing security posture of the clients, and we can provide the clients the guidance and recommendations on improving the cloud security posture management. Then, on top of these assessments and workshops, we have templates for establishing secure landing zones, which are baking security into your infrastructure as code. So rather than having security and compliance done later, we fuse infrastructure as code with policy as code and compliance as code, which is very exciting because it helps customer journey through their development processes and their application building and growing without having to worry about having to change things or compromise on functionality later down the road. We also offer expertise for the implementation of native security tooling. So, for example, Security Command Center, standard or premium. We have expertise within our teams that we can actually implement that, and not only just implement that, we can integrate that with other tooling like Gatekeeper, Infection Monkey, or Forseti. Moreover, we have our own Cloudreach's architecture pattern library, which is essentially a treasure trove of blueprints and patterns that allow the implementation of zero trust network architectures, zero trust architectures in general. And then beyond that, we have offerings like SOC and SIEM offerings that we have implemented for our clients, and we have very good outcomes out of those projects. So these are some of the very basic offerings that we've got.
As you can see, we have a lot of different offerings. So I feel like we're in a really great place to partner with Google Cloud. We also work with one of the largest cities in the United States, where we've built out a security event and information management pipeline for aggregating events streaming from 400,000 devices. So an SIEM is essentially what we've built. And it does implement the Beyond Corp architecture, zero trust networking. And the platform actually aggregates data from multiple different environments through an implementation of real-time threat analysis and detection. And that creates alerts, visualizations, and enables analytics on GCP using BigQuery. The average processing time is less than 10 milliseconds per event, and there's over 1 billion events that are processed per day. So we actually process multiple petabytes of data that we're actually securing and analyzing. So we have a lot of different things that we can offer and a lot of different solutions that we can go to market with your teams on. And the next question is, what are some examples of cloud security case studies that Cloudreach has implemented successfully? Well, I think I just mentioned it just now. So that's pretty much what we're doing. But anything you want to add to this story?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. So I want to highlight the machine learning minimum viable model as well. So this is also for another large US state where the customer was engaged with Cloudreach to build a minimum viable model to leverage machine learning for their event and threat detection platform. So the idea being that they wanted to automate their capability to respond to cybersecurity threats. So what we did was that, as part of one of our case studies, we simulated a cyber event that the city is accustomed to experiencing. And we started from that point, analyzed and parsed the logs, identified anomalous events, and started leveraging the neural network models to begin the training. We used key GCP technologies for AI as well. So this is essentially AI with security. And the outcome was that we had laid out the initial foundations, and the model is continuing to evolve, enabling that particular city to automatically respond to real-time cybersecurity threats. So, which is really, really fascinating and cutting edge.
Absolutely. It's really exciting stuff. And it's not just a solution that has to be for government agencies. It can definitely work with really any organization, wouldn't you say?
Absolutely. No, I would totally agree. That's actually the case.
And how is Cloudreach preparing for the future of cloud security?
This is my favorite question of all, I would say. So at Cloudreach, as you know, we believe in staying in one step ahead, and we are currently preparing cloud security frameworks, as Brittany kind of alluded to. These frameworks can provide a step-by-step approach at a high level for clients to allow them to embark on their cloud journey while staying true to best practices and avoiding known pitfalls and anti-patterns. Uh, we are also looking at creating certain standards around security based on our experience and contributing to the overarching uh, endeavor of making cloud more secure. We are also looking for extended detection and response solutions. So we are trying to create solutions that allow our clients to have a unified threat detection and response platform across cloud, but also on-prem networks and endpoints. So as you understand, many of our clients have hybrid solutions or they have reasons to keep their hybrid solutions, and security becomes very challenging. So we are looking forward on creating that parts as well. Moreover, if you look at the general future of the cloud, we are recognizing that remote access is becoming a first class citizen. So, and it is going beyond aging technologies like VPN. So what we have are secure access endpoint offerings, which are essentially allow remote users with granular permissions and advanced anomaly detection access to the organization while we are compliant with zero trust or least privilege models as the context requires. We are also working on creating some SSPMs. So as you know, that many companies in the cloud rely on SaaS offerings, and securing the SaaS offering is a massive challenge. All the people who rely on the SaaS, they always have an exit strategy prepared. Like the cloud security posture management solution, we are building a SaaS security posture management solution, which actually allows us to first assess the existing security measures and configurations of a company's entire SaaS portfolio. Then we can provide insights, including recommendations for improvements or guidance on how to make the security posture a bit better. Beyond that, we are also looking at creating advanced SSPMs, which can auto apply secure configurations to your SaaS applications across the board. So this would truly usher us into an era of automation where we can actually we can automate our security. Finally, we are also looking for web application and API protection offerings. So we are building this capability extensively within Cloudreach to create solutions for next-gen web application firewalls, for malicious bot protections, for advanced rate limiting, for protections of your microservices and APIs, and account takeovers. So there's a lot going on, and we do feel like the extended detection and response systems, which are surrounding the native tooling, is the key to the future. You can't rely on one or the other. So you have to take the best of both worlds and avoid the cons. So, and that's what we are geared towards and are actively working at.
That's really exciting. Thank you so much for sharing. It sounds like we have a lot on our roadmap. And as far as next steps go, we would love to work with you and your teams. As we mentioned, we have workshops, we have frameworks, we have playbooks, we have all kinds of stuff. And I just shared the future that we're working on to date. So it's all very exciting, and we would love to get in touch with your team. We can be reached at gcp@cloudreach.com, and we really look forward to working with you. Thank you so much, Ahmed. I really appreciate your time, and this is really exciting for us. So we look forward to working with you. Thank
Um,
you.
Thank you, Brittany. It was a lovely being here.
Thank you.